r/askreddit. What's the cringiest teenage phase you went through? Part 2. In middle school I was all into the peace symbol, you know, the one that's like a circle with an inverted Y, the peace sign, flower power, hippie stuff, I don't know. Then years later you realize you've been advertising for Mercedes-Benz. There was a time in my mid-teens where I could grow my sideburns out, but no other facial hair to accompany it. I thought the sideburns looked cool on their own, but upon further review, they did not. Glad to know I'm not alone. Oh buddy, I paired it with the Forks Hawk, going all the way from the front to back. I never got that ambitious. All I had was a set of horrific looking mutton chops. Off-brand JNCOS in high school. I used to drink stuff exclusively out of bowls. I never used cups, just whatever bowls were clean. Edgy and outspoken atheist who felt the need to always say God isn't real like every 5 minutes. 14-year-old me. This was me from 16 through 17. Even animated an entire cartoon about the abolishment of religion. It's still on YouTube 10 years later. Smiley face. Glad to see I wasn't alone lol. Braided ragtail. I bleached my hair, pierced my eyebrow, and saw Marilyn Manson live in 2003. The concert was good though, Ozfest. Bless my brother for not leaving me there. What's cringe-worthy about any of that? After my deconversion, I eventually became a militant atheist until I realized I was just alienating people. It's great to go through a worldview shift, but sharing isn't caring in that regard. Was a metalhead loner. Had hair down to my shoulders, I'm a dude, and listened exclusively to the likes of Metallica, Megadeth, and Lamb of God to name a few. Assumed all other music was garbage, and only really started to appreciate other music when I went to university and made friends. Definitely the whole emo/scene thing. Although I was largely just trying to get laid. The girls I was into at that time were into it and seemed to only be into guys that were also into it. So I made myself like that. Luckily, I never did anything life-altering, like gauging out my ears or getting a band tattoo. But I definitely dressed like an idiot and listened to some pretty terrible music. Worst part is that it didn't even work. I think they could sense that I wasn't really that way and was just sort of hanging out and trying to be accepted. Which in hindsight was a blessing in disguise. A few of those girls that I was like obsessed with turned out to be absolute train wrecks in adulthood. It's definitely gotta be the Wangster phase at about 17, where I started wearing pro club tall tees and baggy pants, had both ears pierced, fitted baseball caps with a sticker still on. LMFAO. I even had a chain at one time. This was all circa 2008. Before that I was kind of emo/skater, but that wasn't as bad I thought. The look is making a weird comeback here. Guys wearing New York, Los Angeles baseball jerseys in the Midwest, fake diamond stud earrings, cross necklace. I'm like all the cringe girl phases. I've had the I'm not like other girls phase. LMAO I'm so random phase. I only wear black because I'm edgy phase, though I still do that now cause it's just effin' easy and stylish you know. I'm a reffin' cat, meow, phase. For 6 years I was a horse girl. I'm the full package baby. I used to be that metalhead kid that dressed with a denim jacket full of underground band patches under a 40°C temperature. I'm from Brazil. It's like this the whole year. Love to brag how cool I was for loving metal and how pop and hip hop was trash. Nowadays, I still love metal, but adulthood has arrived, and I can't help but to cringe. I was too embarrassed to buy actual nail polish, so I colored my fingernails with a black Sharpie. Acting all sad and deep. I was a 13-year-old middle-class suburban kid. I had nothing to be that upset about, and no hardships building young wisdom. I was the world's #1 hacker. Like you, I knew stuff, but I wouldn't even call me a hacker. I feel so bothered that I was that kid. I dated that kid. To be fair, he actually was really good at hacking, but it was his whole identity, and looking back it was a little cringy. Did you wear hacker gloves and have a cherry blow light up mechanical keyboard? It's purple, thank you very much. My skater phase. Looking cool holding a skateboard wasn't worth the wrist, shin, elbow, and knee pain it generated. Enjoyed some of the music and smoking grass though, and I guess the clothes were comfortable. Although far too many drab colors. Olive green, brown, tan and dark yellow. Effin' boring. My hardcore Christian phase, which got replaced by an equally cringy hardcore satanic phase about a year later, and now I'm just agnostic. I'd say that balanced itself out rather nicely. I had a Lord of the Rings / Pirates phase that lasted way too long. I wore these horrible brown boots every day for 2 or 3 months until my mom told me to get rid of them. My friends still think I have a thing for high fantasy, but I'm more interested in the paranormal and true crime. This is probably my biggest shame. I figured out I could squeeze my erection through my jeans and came multiple times in class doing this. Oh god, who am I? Someone noticed at some point. I had a catchphrase. Put that in your juice box or any other beverage holding container and suck it, or any other relevant verb. Head shaved and bleached. Big ass braces. Basically a skinny version of Jonah Hill getting off the bus at high school in the beginning of 21 Jump Street. Please MIB, hit me with the memory flasher thingy. Wipe that from my brain. Burning candles and somehow thinking they each had some relevant magical purpose based on their color. Oh yeah, and pouring magic oils into those suckers until one exploded. I thought I was gay for like a week. People still bring it up. I'm way late, but I went through a phase where I only wore Hawaiian shirts. The brighter the better. Had a super bright orange one that was my favorite. My nice guy phase for like 2 years in high school. I thank God every day that I grew up without that disgusting attitude. So cringy. When I thought being a stoner, druggie, raver was a personality type, I cringe about all the partying I used to talk about. Now I'm happy with my established and wholesome hobbies. Having to have a meaner, snarkier, more hurtful comeback if someone was rude to me. Let it go, girl. 14 years ago, I wrote cheesy as duck love letters to my girlfriend. There were some strong, but dripping with cringe sexual overtones in all of them. Good news, I ended up marrying that girl. Bad news, her mom found that damn letter stash last month and read every single one of those cringe manifestos. I don't know what to call this phase, but as a freshman I wore a pink t-shirt with baby girl bedazzled across the front and walked around with a pacifier in my mouth. Posting my every last thought to Facebook because I thought it was cool. Every day I visit the memory section to delete some more that I find. Ooh, I did this too. And I dated someone who also did it, and we'd publicly fight over Facebook constantly. Oh my holy god, it was awful. I deleted my entire account and started over from scratch a couple years ago because I couldn't stand seeing the memories all the time. Wet look gel, lots of it. Christ, how was this ever a thing? I actually asked my mum for an adult magazine as I was growing up. I cringe thinking about asking her now. My effing mohawk phase. I still see it sometimes when I have sleep paralysis. The stuff of nightmares. I'm a piece of darkness, born of darkness. I'm shunned everywhere. I hate the world, and they will soon find out how powerful I am when I unleash what is inside me. Yeah, not my proudest moment. Made sure everyone knew that whatever song they were listening to, I heard it before them. Thanks for watching.